Piet Botha, lovely to have you back in the Western Cape. Thank you very much for your time as always. We're going to chat about your runners on the 16th of August here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Let's start with number 4, Ario Vistas. You've got the coupling, Baton Rouge, also very much alive. Both horses look to be in a good place at the moment.
Yeah, look, I obviously haven't been back a long time, so, I've been trying to just pick up quite quickly on where they are and that. And I think Ario Vistas from the time I left to now has just matured and grown so much. So he's doing really, really well at the moment. He's working well. Keenan has worked him a bit in the mornings and he's been very impressed with his work. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way he's progressing. I think there's still a lot more improvement still to come from him. So, he's an exciting horse going forward.
You say both horses definitely to be included into exotic. If punters were taking an exotic bet, they must both go in.
Yeah, definitely. I think Baton Rouge is just so well at the moment. He's working really well. He's also just come back to himself. He went off for a while. He's come back to himself and doing so well. And the conditions of this race, I just feel like Baton Rouge is so well weighted, whereas Ario Vistas unfortunately doesn't get that extra claiming. So at the weight, Ario Vistas is out and he's going to have his work cut out to beat a horse like Ario Vistas. But listening to everybody at the stables, that everybody's of the opinion that Ario Vistas will beat him. So, if you weigh it up on paper, Baton Rouge is the better one. But if you listen to what the people are saying, Ario Vistas, so I definitely wouldn't leave either one of them out.
Great. Let's go to race number 5. Niall the Boss. Hats off to you and your team because, as I've said a number of times, she always comes to the course looking $1 million, and her form goes with that. Yeah,
she unfortunately just, she's in a place where it's very hard for her. She's always meeting up and coming horses and that, so it's quite tough. But I think this race is probably at the right time for her because she just seems to be at her best at the moment. And it's a nice race where she gets that extra weight off her back as well. So. And she's got a nice draw, which is also a big help. I think she's got to be a big runner. Unfortunately, this will be her last run for us, but I think she's got to be a big runner.
Let's go to race number 6, where you've got Easy Money. I know it's a competitive race, but she's a trier.
Yeah, this race is quite tough, I thought. She's a very, very honest horse. 2 runs back, unfortunately, things just didn't quite go that well for her in the race, and I think it's best to just draw a line through that race. The apprentice rode and went way too fast, but I mean, that's what happens when you put apprentices on. They've got to make mistakes to learn. So, he's back on now, and I think he'll obviously know her better now, and he's riding at the top of his game at the moment. So, she's got to have a big chance with the sex allowance and all that. She's got to have a big chance, but it is a very, very tough race.
The last of your runners, you got the coupling again. Let's start with Mont Lazer. Gutsy win last time. At the post, it looked like the other horse had got you, but just a trier, real old hitter, and I'm sure in a race like this, he's got to have a chance again.
That race last time just really impressed me, the way Brevin rode him. You don't realise he's quite a difficult horse, and he hangs quite badly. And the fact that he managed to get him up on the line was just, very encouraging for me. I just think, that just says the way Brevin's going at the moment and that. So he's not riding him this time, but I mean, we've got Richard Free on, so it's so good. Listen, that horse is just working so well at the moment. I saw him yesterday when he did a bit of work and he came back and he was just in such a good space after that workout and that he's very, very well. And I believe that he's got to be a big runner in this race.
And then Shifting Path, probably a horse that needs to come down a bit in the ratings. Is a lot better than what we're seeing on paper.
Look, Shifting Path, he went off the boil for quite a while, and his rating has slowly been dropping and been coming back to himself. And we expected a big run from him last time. We removed the earmuffs and fitted him with blinkers. And thought that it would make a difference, but unfortunately things went wrong in the pens, and so he was declared a non-runner. We're trying him now again with the blinkers. This horse is just working well, and to me, he's just been slowly starting to find his form again. So I think he's in for his best run again. I think he's going to show us what he showed us a year ago. I think he's back there again, so I think he's going to be competitive.
Piet, if you're coming to the course on Saturday, hoping for a winner, which is your best?
I got to lean towards Baton Rouge. I just feel, you know, at the weights and everything over that distance, I just feel that he's got to be our best. If I've got to stick my head out and say one horse, that will be the one.
Thank you for all your time.
You're welcome.